Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your girl Moni. I'm back again with another video. This particular video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 13, episode 11, The Usual Suspects. And I'm about to be watching it again. And as I do this review, I'm gonna try my hardest not to have it up loud so I don't get copyrighted. I'm surprised last week I didn't get copyrighted. Um, I really enjoyed this episode a lot. Not as much as I enjoyed the episode from last week, because the episode from last week was everything. It was a mess, honey. Definitely my favorite episode of this whole season. Definitely. And I'm going to touch up on this. I feel like they should have just started with that, to be honest. We didn't need to go through this other stuff, these other filler ass episodes, to be honest. It should have just started from Strippergate, in my opinion. But then again, it's been good, seeing Portia and this whole Black Lives Matter thing that she's been doing, incorporating that into her storyline. And it's a really serious situation and a really serious topic. And I'm happy that she actually, you know, I'm happy that she actually did something for the culture, regardless if it was just for storyline based or whatever. She brought awareness to the black community and to the Black Lives Matter and that whole thing about what's going on with the police and how the police are mistreating us and stuff like that. And that's out of one of the episodes that were coming on. That's something I really enjoyed to see. Um, Before I get into this episode, I just need to say something. I just think it's really funny how people want to sit here and drag Kenya and everything. But let's just, once again, I'm going to say this before I get into my review and before I read and drag and, you know, get these people together on this episode. I feel like it's hypocritical because had Kenya been one of the women in there, that fuck Bolo, had sex with him or whatever, they would be dragging her for filth. They would not keep it to themselves. They would not be sitting up here talking about girl code and all this. Let's be clear. You guys don't like her, okay? The Kenya's only friends in the house is Cynthia and Candy. Yes, Kenya was being shady about Drew's wig, but let's just be honest here. Drew's fashions are not all that. Drew's fashions definitely need to be improved, definitely, because she's been looking a mess. She's been looking a complete countrified mess, okay? And her wigs have not been the best choices. Yes, Kenya has been shady about her wigs, but regardless if she was throwing shade at her wigs or whatever the case may be, that I still feel as if that doesn't give Drew a right to continuously come at her. It's like every time a segment about Kenya comes up or whatever doing to do with her, she's throwing shade at her, but it's not like fun, lightweight shade. It's like aggressive, you know, ignorant type of shade. And it's like your marriage with Ralph is not as perfect as it seems. Regardless of if it's fake or whatever, I still don't feel like y'all marriage is all the way put together. I believe he fucked that stripper. He did something and he had no business doing. I do believe he had sex with someone else when he went up to Tampa. I believe he was fucking someone else. I believe he had someone else on the side. And I just think it's hypocritical of you to be sitting up here trying to make it seem like your marriage is all whatever when your marriage is not perfect. Y'all have issues just like everybody else. You don't have a right to talk about Kenya's whole situation she has going on with Mark, her husband. I mean, Mark is an asshole. The viewers know it. We've been telling her for years, he's an asshole, of course. But it's something about him that she loves, because to the viewers, he's an asshole. Just by the way he talks to her, and how he gets her together and how he's not really supportive like that based from what we see. I've looked into behind the scenes things and I see, she says different things about that, but I still feel like you don't have a right to talk about nobody's marriage if your marriage is not put together. Okay, let's be clear. Ralph is probably fucking multiple bitches, right now while giving you the okey doke and, trying to put on this role as his perfect husband. But I definitely believe that Ralph was stepping out on you, multiple times. So I feel like you don't have a right to throw shade at Kenya about anything pertaining to her marriage, pertaining to her, husband and everything. And it's like, don't throw stones when you're not living in a glass house, okay? Don't do that. Because that same way you could sit here and shade her, the same thing could happen to you. Or hell, even worse. you should be mindful of how you treat people, how you talk to people, how you do people, because you never know what may come around on you. So I just feel like I'm just over Drew at this point. When she first introduced in season 13, I really liked her. Like I liked her energy, but she, as these episodes go by, I'm starting to dislike her more and more, and she's working on my nerves. Y'all know Kenya is my girl, and I love her. She's my favorite. Um, Besides, well, hell, I love Candy, but I mean, I don't always agree with Candy either. You know, I love Kenya, I love Candy, um, I love Shamia. I've never loved Portia because I just felt like when she first came on the show, she was putting on this persona and this act like she was this Stepford wife, and then she was just a whole hoe. If you ask me, she was been a freak hoe. She's been, hiding in the closet, trying to sit up here and act like she's all whatever. And it's like, as soon as she got divorced from Cordell, her true colors really came out. I mean, Cordell wasn't shit either, to be honest. I mean, to be clear, he wasn't shit either. He was in the closet, messing around with men and whatever. That whole marriage was a joke. It was a joke. Okay, because I do believe that. I do believe she was Cordell's beard. Can't nobody tell me he wasn't one of the girls. Okay, he was one of the girls, honey. And as soon as she got, out of divorce from him, she was going from guy to guy to guy, and she's just acting like a hoe. Yes, at this point in time, she's single. She can do whatever. I get all that. But it's like, don't throw stones at someone else and throw shade when you are not perfect. You and Kenya got damn near two similar situations going on. So the way you did her last season as a thing, when you got back cool with Dini, that was crazy. That was bullshit. And regardless if Tanya was your girl or whatever, you should have stayed out of that whole entire situation between Tanya and Kenya, regardless of the situation. Even if you didn't agree with what Kenya did, I don't feel as if Kenya did anything wrong. I just feel like she was just bringing it out there on the table. And when Tanya wanted to sit here and do whatever and act a whatever type of way, Kenya got her ass together. Simple as that. But I feel like you, Portia, should have stayed out of that because it had nothing to do with you. Yeah, it was your girl, but I'm the type of friend, like I got my friends back no matter what. But it's like when it comes to a situation between her and another person, I'm not getting involved in that. That has nothing to do with me at the end of the day. If it's not a situation where I feel like I have to get involved or I have to insert myself into something, I'm not going to get involved into situations like that because my friend's drama should not be a situation where it's like, oh, okay, it's my issue, it's my problem. No. Like the way you did Kenya was really wrong, and now you want to act surprised because Kenya has been on that ass just about every episode. You want to act surprised when you did her dirty, you did her dead wrong last reunion. You did her dead wrong last season, period. Because that whole season, she threw lightweight shade at you like about once or twice. But did she go in on you like she normally does? I mean, Kenya can read, baby. Kenya reads Portia down, period. But she didn't do you like that last season. So I felt like that was bogus as hell the way you did her. And then now this season comes around and you want to sit here and play victim and try and make it seem like you're whatever. But it's like you did Kenya wrong. If I was Kenya, I would have that same energy for you. And then the fact that you're now trying to get all close to someone that I've been spending all this every episode, and it's true, every episode since Kenya and Toya started hanging out, whatever, they have gotten really, really close. And if I was Kenya, I would feel some type of way too if it was me. Like I mean, I'm gonna get into the episode, but I just wanted to rant a little bit because I just feel like it's hypocrisy if you ask me. Like because it's Kenya, it's an issue, but everybody else can freely talk about it. But the moment Kenya says anything or she feels any type of way, it's a problem. It's definitely hypocrisy. It's definitely a double standard. Everybody else can bring it up and talk about it, but if Kenya talks about it or whatever, it's a whole problem. And I do feel like Kenya is not wrong for wanting to get it out there. I mean, y'all are on a reality show. Y'all are supposed to bring us drama. Y'all are supposed to talk about these things. Y'all are supposed to bring this stuff up. I'm not upset about her getting it out there. Us as the viewers, we want to know the tea. We want to know who fucked Bolo. We want to know what happened, all the details, everything. Because why? Because we're nosy, petty bitches. Let's just be honest here. Are y'all really trying to sit here and trying to act like y'all don't want to know the details? Yes, it's Portia's business if she fucked Bolo or not. But y'all don't want to show. We want to know the tea. So Kenya is slowly but surely giving us the tea. I'm not upset about it at the end of the day because if the roles were reversed and if it was Kenya that fucked Bolo, Portia will be all in that. She will be spraying, painting her name, and you know for the longest Portia has been calling Kenya a slut, and she's been calling her a hoe and all that for the longest. But when Kenya gets that same energy back, it's a whole woe. Excuse me. It's a whole woe is me type of situation, and I'm not here for it. I'm over the hypocrisy. I'm over the double standards. It's bullshit if you ask me, and I'm just plain just over it because I'm over it. I'm tired of it. Drew, you need to mind your fucking business. Stay in your place at the end of the day because Portia and Kenya's issue has nothing to do with you. So you should shut the fuck up and don't speak on it. Okay? You were not there from the beginning. You don't have a right to say anything about whatever the issue is because the issue has nothing to do with you, ma'am. You were reaching. You were doing too much. You were trying to secure the peach for next season. That's why you were coming at her like that. You even let Kenya get a word in edgewise about what she was trying to say. At that point at the dinner table, I don't feel like Kenya was trying to even go there or be whatever. She was trying to have a calm conversation. Drew was all getting all whatever because I feel as if she has something to hide. Clearly, it's more than what's being talked about if you ask me because she had something to hide. She was way too defensive for me. Anyways, I'm going to click on this and watch the episode. I just wanted to rant a little bit before I get into my review because, like, this episode, it was a good episode, but it wasn't as good as last week, but it pissed me off at the same time because I'm just like, it's just bullshit. They trying to sit up here and act as if Kenya is making this up or as if Kenya is reaching when Candy low-key confirms she heard it as well. That's 3 people saying that what they've heard. Kenya isn't lying. But anyway, I digress. So I'm going to press play.
Previously on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. You have entered the dungeon.
And yes, y'all, I watched last week's episode about 8 or 9 times. That's how good it was. Bolo is fine, and at the same time, it's like this. I do not blame Portia and Tanya for fucking Bolo because if it was me, I would have fucked him. But guess what? I wouldn't be sitting up here pretending like it didn't happen. I would be honest and be like, yes, I fucked him. Your point. Period. I wouldn't be sitting up here acting like I didn't do anything or like, I'm whatever about it. I will be honest. Sha.
I heard a lot of noises. I think I heard multiple women's voices. And I heard a man. Even if we get to a point where we don't agree about something,
one of my highlights from last week's episode, I'm so glad that Marlo and Kenya made up because everybody's at this point. We as the viewers, we're tired of them. We're tired of that bullshit. Y'all know y'all fucked him. I don't even understand why y'all trying to twist this narrative like Kenya don't know what she's talking about when 3 people done already said the same thing basically. Like, come on now. Stop it. Girl, bye, Portia. Y'all treated her like shit and talked to her crazy. All because she brought her child on the trip and because of whatever. Like, y'all have been talking to her crazy. Y'all have been dogging her out. Y'all have been making her feel whatever. Bye.
Okay, well, thank you, Lord, for this amazing feast that has been prepared for us.
Mm-hmm.
And just for continuous sisterhood, love, light, and happiness. Amen.
Yes, Cynthia, for the prayer, even though that sisterhood not going to last that long. Now, I don't particularly like crabs or whatever like that, but I'm not gonna lie, it does look good. It looks delicious. I'm not gonna lie, it looks very delicious, and that corn looks good. Oh, and that is crazy. How are you Trinidadian girl and you can't cook? That is crazy. I still can't believe that.
I love it. But honestly, Candy, that was a great night. I did learn some stuff. You said you were teaching some stuff last night about
Girl,
marriage.
Cynthia, honey.
I learned that I am a lawyer.
Oh,
I like watching hot ass bitches love on each other.
Cynthia, are you trying to give us the tea that you felt you some type of way, low key, that you were trying to sit here? So you were getting off on them doing whatever they were doing. Ooh, girl. I'm screaming, Cynthia. I knew that you like fish. I knew it. You always gave me that vibe, like you wanted to try it, low key. But and she wrote the actual tips down. I'm done right now.
Bladder infection was like,
Oh,
wait, what? That's all. In the flesh. I wasn't sure if it was real. I think it's fake. It's real.
tell you a bit. Who are you? Hold on. Let me pause it.
Definitely knows
Let me
people.
let me pause it right quick. Tanya, who are you trying to fool? Now you know damn well it is not fake, and you would know that because it was. I'm sure it was also inside you because you were there. You participated in that. Y'all had a threesome with him. You need to sit here and stop playing these games. Who are you trying to fool? You know it's not fake. You know that you and Portia fucked him. You know that y'all had a threesome together. So why are you sitting up here doing all these semantics, playing all these games as if you don't know if it's real or not? Girl, bye. You're not fooling nobody. You look mad guilty last week, and you're looking even more guilty now because you put yourself out there. I'm gonna get to that in a couple minutes or so. And yes, my bitch colored me pink. Just uploaded her review, so after I'm finished with this, I'm finished with my review. I'm gonna go check her video out and see what she had to say about it because I know she's gonna read and drag those hoes because they deserve it. Because I just feel like it's hypocrisy. You know, the moment Kenya does something, it's a whole issue, but everybody else can fucking talk about the shit and it not be a problem. Why do y'all always jump on Kenya? Why is Kenya always the scapegoat or always the villain? But everybody else can treat her any type of way they want to. But the moment she gives that same energy back, it's a issue. I'm over it. It's bullshit, if you ask me. But yeah, Portia, of course you know it's real. Of course you know because it was inside you as well. So stop playing these games. And I'm here for Kenya shredding their ass in the confessionals because they deserve it. I'm here for her. Let's not forget, Portia, you turned on Kenya for Nene because Nene was doing this whole fake ass apology tour last season, and she got in your head, and you turned on Kenya, even though Kenya was not coming for you that whole season. Kenya was a real friend, real true and friend to you, and you did her dead ass dirty. So I don't want to hear nothing that you have to say in regards to Kenya coming at you this season. She's not wrong. At the end of the day, she's doing her job. This is her job. She's doing her job, what she's supposed to be doing at the end of the day. Learn some tips from her because it's like you just ugh, I'm just over Portia. I'm sick and tired of her actually. Okay, for years she's been sitting up here trying to make herself seem a certain way, make herself seem perfect, like she would never do these free code nasty things that she claims she would never do. I'm over it. I'm over her. Candy, excuse me, is the one that exposed her back in season 9, but she tried to sit up here and make it seem like she wasn't down with the get down like that. You know, and Candy drug her ass and said she's to be an LGBT, basically saying, bitch, don't try and come at me like you don't want, like you are not, you know, attracted to women when you kiss me and then you wanted to eat me out and you try to sit up here and deny it and try to make it seem like I'm making it up or whatever the case may be. Portia is a foul human being, if you ask me. I understand that people make mistakes, but the way that she did Candy back in season 9, it was wrong and it should have never happened. And I don't feel as if she was a victim. I feel as if she participated in Phaedra's shenanigans, and in my opinion, she's never gotten reprimanded for that. I mean, I understand why it took Candy, excuse me, a long time to get over the shit, but it's like if it was me, I would not be fucking Portia, period, at all, period. If she did that shit to me, I don't give a fuck if it makes me look petty or catty, whatever. Like Candy could have got arrested. Candy's businesses could have been ruined. Like, all of that could have been taken from her over those false ass allegations, over those false ass lies and shit. Like, anything could have happened at that point. And I still feel like she got reprimanded. I mean, fucking Fraser is fucking gone. Bye, see you later. So she should have left. She shouldn't have been able to come back. Fuck that shit. I don't give a fuck. Portia ain't shit, and the way she does her friends is wrong and ain't right. Period. Shamia should have drugged her ass. Shamia should have read her ass and snatched her wig off her head for the way she treated her. I don't care if I'm bringing up old things. I'm just basically making a list about why I feel the way that I do towards Portia, because I feel like it's hypocritical. Like, you look like a whole damn fool. You want to sit here and try to play the victim, but it's like, y'all have been talking to Kenya crazy this whole time, this whole trip. Yes, she was being shady when she flew on the jet and didn't tell them, and then told Drew not to tell them. Yes, she was being shady when she did that. She was being very, very shady at that point. I'm not going to sit here and act like she wasn't being shady. She was being shady. I laughed, I cackled. I'm not going to lie, but she was being shady. She was being, I won't say she was being shady when she brought her child or whatever, because on Twitter she was basically saying that if the women wanted to bring their children, they could have, but they chose not to. Clearly, they were reaching and trying to make it seem like she didn't give them the opportunity to bring their kids, when if they wanted to bring them, they could have. So, on that case, the girls were just acting like playing assholes to Kenya, but when Kenya gives it back to them, she's so wrong over it. Anyways, back to the episode.
It was the same penis that was banging her so hard last night that it was hitting her windpipe and making her call him daddy. Well, he flipped me over and he started.
I'm done for all this tea that's gonna come out.
All up on bolos like that. Huh?
Oh, bitch.
And you would have to ask everyone around this table because I think we all enjoy Bolo. So why are you singling me out? Biggest fan? Come on, girl. I'm your number one fan and only fan.
Latoya is shady for that, but I'm here for it. Latoya legit is a baby Kenya. I don't care what nobody says. She's a baby Kenya, hands down. Get on her ass. No, Latoya's right in this case. She's right. Oh, I don't like how she threw her under the bus though in that comment. First of all, Kenya asked a question. Why are you getting defensive? Because you got something to hide. Yeah, her legs were busted wide open, but she wasn't in no fucking room fucking a stripper. Okay, now they are wrong for that edit. Wait. I had to pause it because they are shady as hell. For like when Kenya was like, I sure was busting it open, and she basically was saying, I will do it again. But when production flashed back to the footage of her spreading her legs open, and they added those effects of the legs creaking, I am done. Okay, I'm done. But this is another thing I want to talk about. I don't understand why Drew is so defensive. Clearly, you have something to hide. The moment that Latoya brought that up about what Kenya said, I felt like, in my opinion, she was trying to start something. She was throwing her under the bus to get the heat off of herself because she had something to hide, and I didn't like that personally. That made me feel some type of way, regardless. Because, I mean, Latoya is the one that brought it up. Why are you upset with Kenya? Latoya brought up what she said. But I don't think at that point Kaylin was going to bring it up at the table until Latoya brought up what she said. So they started the conversation. It's like, you being all defensive, getting all pressed and shit. It's like, be upset with Latoya, because Latoya is the one really that got everything going, if you ask me. And I love Latoya, and she's grown on me a lot, but let's just call it a spade a spade. Let's just be real. Like, clearly y'all have different energy for Kenya than y'all do other people. Because if it was anybody else, they would not get as much as y'all gave Kenya. It's bullshit. Kenya is my fave, and I'm going to forever defend her to the day I die. I do not care. She's my favorite on this show. and I have a few girls that I love and a few that I can't stand. As y'all know, I can't stand Portia's ass, if you ask me. Um, and I'm starting not to like Juicadora as much that much either. Uh, she rubbing me the wrong way. She's doing too much to secure the peach, and it's pissing me the fuck off. And I'm not here for her at this moment. That could change or whatever, but I'm just not here for it. I just think it's bullshit. And I like Tanya, but I'm gonna go off on her, and I'm gonna read her ass as well. So these are just my opinions. You don't have to agree. It's okay to disagree, but don't come on my channel with the bullshit, coming on my channel, starting shit with me, getting pressed with me because I feel the way I do. I don't give a fuck. At the end of the day, I am a team twirl. I love Kenya to death. She's one of my favorites on the show. She is my favorite on the show, but I have others that I love as well. Cynthia is one of my favorites. Candy is one of my favorites, but I will call everybody out when they need to be called out. But in this instance, I understand where everybody is coming from, but at the same time, y'all are working. Y'all are supposed to bring the tea out, regardless. You really think that say for example, if Kenya went through the whole season and didn't mention it or bring it up, you really think that the producers were gonna keep that footage hidden? Do y'all really think that? Whether Kenya gave them the extra push they needed or not, it was gonna be brought up regardless. Because at the end of the day, it was not hidden. At the end of the day, we're getting more and more information about it, more and more footage as the episodes go by. So there's definitely more information that's going to come out, and a whole bunch of people are going to be looking guilty, and I'm here for it. Us as the viewers, we're nosy. We're going to want to know the tea. Let's just call a thing a thing. Let's just be real. We're going to want to know it. We're going to want to know who fucks who. We're going to want to know the details of everything. So let's just stop trying to put this narrative out there. Oh, like, hold on. Oh, she breaking girl code. Like Erica De Niro. Well, what was it, Erica De Niro? It was either Erica De Niro or one of these other YouTubers that I watched. Um, like she said, it's not a sisterhood. Portia has made it abundantly clear her and Kenya are not friends, and Kenya is not friends with Drew either. Kenya is not friends with Tanya either. She doesn't owe them no type of loyalty, because if the shoes were on the other foot, they would throw her ass under the bus. They would throw her in the gas chamber, and they would not think twice about it. Kenya is not wrong. She don't owe them shit. But if it was Cynthia or Candy, the two people Kenya is closest with outside of the show and on the show, she's not gonna throw them under the bus. I know that for a fact. It would be a completely different situation. She would not out them like that. But it's a difference between them compared to Portia, Tanya, and Drew. But like I said, Drew clearly has something to hide, because you were coming at Kenya way too hard, in my opinion. Kenya asking questions at the end of the day. You ain't let her speak. You ain't let her answer anything. She's asked a question. She said, so are we saying it's Drew? That is a question. That's not her assuming anything. That's her asking a question based off of what Latoya said. So do me a favor, Drew Sidor. Shut the fuck up and have several seats. Okay? Because you could get treated just like Shamari got treated. And in my opinion, I was pissed off when they took Shamari off the show, because I loved her personality, to be honest. She kept it 100. She didn't play no games. She would read you if she had to read you. She went on about her business. And she was just amazing for the show. I'm still pissed off they took her off. I also, I do believe Bravo would be a fool if they didn't let Sheree come back next season, because her prison bay is out and they're apparently engaged. That would be a big story to bring to the show next season if they're smart. And they better come with it. I'm just saying. It's going to be the 14th season of this show, and it's been a long journey, a long time. So I definitely think they should bring her back, and to milk that storyline out of it, to see what happens. And they should give her a wedding special, straight up. Anyways, back to the episode. I just had to say that because I'm just like, I'm over it. Like, why are you coming at Kenya when Latoya is the one that brought it up? Latoya is the one that was dragging you and reading you and getting you together. basically telling you you're a married woman and you shouldn't be acting like that. That's basically what she was saying. It's a difference for Latoya because Latoya is getting a divorce. She don't owe that nigga nothing at this point. They're getting a divorce at this point. It's a difference. But you and Ralph are still married and y'all are still together. So, and what you did was very inappropriate. If you ask me, it was very inappropriate and you were doing too much. But I think it's more than what she's saying it is. My personal opinion. I'm just saying. But anyways, play.
We have this party. Yes, you guys had fun.
Yeah.
And you're doing investigation.
Latoya, if you felt some type of way about her bringing it up, why you didn't say that right then and there when y'all were outside talking with Cynthia? Get her together, Candy. Exactly. Exactly.
You're not making sense right now.
Exactly.
Investigating a girl's thing.
If you felt some type of way, you should have sat Kenya aside, not.
She slurped up last night has gone to her brain.
Touche.
It was a fun court case. Yes, thank you. But then when they got upstairs, it became more.
I'm surprised you even admitted that, Shamia.
This is the damn refrigerator.
First of all, she was still having fun with it. She's putting bugs out there, and y'all could have downplayed the hell out of it, but y'all decided to make it bigger than what it was. Y'all making yourself look guilty. First of all, Kenya never said it was you. Thank you, Marlo. Exactly. Y'all are lying. I don't believe that.
But is it a party when you are hearing chants and moans
and Why are you lying? Y'all should tell the truth. I don't understand why you're getting press pressure. What Marlo said is the truth. Clearly you have something to hide.
And I stood there because I'm like, I don't know what I'm hearing. And am I really hearing what I'm hearing? Probably because you haven't talked to her.
Tanya, shut the fuck up. You are still engaged to a nigga that won't marry you. You have no room to talk about her whole situation with Mark. You don't know what she has going on. You don't know what she's doing to herself or whatever. You don't know. So shut the fuck up, okay? Mind your business and stay in your place at the end of the day. You're the one that's making yourself look guilty. You're the one that's putting yourself out there to look worse than you already do look. We all know it was you and Portia. So stop. Okay, the producers are shady for pointing it to Tanya's room / Portia's room. Candy said, y'all got me messed up.
I didn't point any fingers at anyone. It's all about my room. What I'm saying is I heard.
But anybody could have been in your room though. It didn't have to necessarily be you, even though we know it's you. But I get where King's coming from. I do. That ain't the point. If it was me, I'd be like, yes, I fucked him. Your point? Why would I have to hide it? See, Tanya, you just incriminated yourself. Exactly. Thank you, Candy.
I know Portia's voice. I know it was her in the room. And Tanya admitted to being in the room with Portia. Case closed. Kenya, are you trying to direct it at Portia? Did I say anyone's name?
You didn't. You really didn't. But, I mean, we're not stupid. We do know, low key, she is trying to get them to like, put themselves out there. I don't understand why you're getting pressed, Portia. We all know it's you, so own it and admit it. You have a history of lying about things instead of owning up to it, like a grown woman would.
Because it's not a private space. Yes, it's in a home that all of us are living in. Kenya's a judgmental auntie, and that's the whole problem. Nobody was judging with your legs split open, and on top of
First of all, having her legs split open versus fucking a stripper are two different things. And also the fact that she was drunk.
If those things happen,
it's a whole different thing.
At your home. Because
and she's right.
Here, along with my daughter. I was about to say now.
You don't give a fuck about it. Bye. Leave. Nobody's forcing you to stay here. Like you're just mad that Kenya is coming for your ass, giving you the same energy you gave her last season. The way you turned on her and the way you stabbed her in the back for Nene, and you were up in Nene's ass and then doing all this extraness. Kenya's giving you that same action. So don't get pressed, don't get bothered. Bitch, you did it. Admit it. I don't understand why you're sitting up here trying to make it seem. She's not trying to destroy you. She's just trying to put it out there that you full of shit and that you be lying. It is their business, but at the same time, y'all are filming. So clearly, we're going to talk about this. You put yourself out there around certain people or do certain things around certain people. Don't expect those certain people to not say anything. No, because wrong is wrong. Because if it was her, y'all will be judging as well. Well, not Candy and Cynthia, probably not, but Drew, Portia, and Tanya definitely will be throwing stones. And I'm sick and tired of you, Juicidora. If you don't take off that 1997 bob wig and go somewhere. Thank you, Cynthia. Exactly. Own it. Yes, it's her body. It's her coochie. It's her choice. Yes, you don't owe nobody an explanation. But if it was me and before anybody could spill my tea, I would spill my own tea and say, yes, I fucked this person, or yes, I did this, this, or this. I would not sit up here and pretend like whatever about it. I wouldn't sit up here and pretend like, it's not happening or it didn't happen. Fucking over it, yo. I'm over it. And yes, I'm gonna review the new season of Married to Medicine. I've never done a review for Married to Medicine 4-4, so I'm trying to step up my game. I'm gonna get back to reviewing wrestling pay-per-views. The wrestling pay-per-view that's coming up, I'm definitely gonna be reviewing that as well. I didn't review the last wrestling pay-per-view. I don't know why, but this camera is amazing, so I'm glad I'm being able to shoot on it. And I love the music in this episode. I'm so over them and their fake ass storyline. I do believe that nigga ain't shit. I do believe that nigga be fucking other bitches behind her back and making her look stupid on here, but do I think they're gonna really tell the truth and put their business out there like that? No, I doubt that. She's an actress for a reason. Okay, I believe they're acting their ass off, but I do believe that nigga be cheating on her and fucking other bitches and shit. I do believe that. Fucking hate this bob on her. She looks fucking ridiculous. She needs to, and in the fact that she says she goes to a top stylist, bitch, you need to go to another stylist or something. Go to Malibu, Dollface, Tokyo, Vanity, something. Go to somebody that knows how to dress. It's somebody that knows how to put together a good wig, because these wigs and these hairstyles you've been giving yourself, girl, you look like you were stuck in 1997, sweetheart, and it is 2021. Step your game up. Girl, and then you pretend like y'all relationship is so perfect. Fucking over it. And I love Mike's and Cynthia's relationship. I'm not gonna lie. At first, I thought that nigga was weird. That nigga was creepy, but he's grown on me, and I think he's great for her. I do think that maybe she should have waited a longer time to marry him. In my honest opinion, because it's like when you rush and do things like this, you never know if it is gonna work out or not. But that's just my opinion. I'm just saying, but.
Trip. I can't imagine. Believe me, it was some gymnastics to do.
And Don Juan always looks handsome. He gives me life. There's a lot of situations I don't agree with him about certain things, but one thing I can say about him, he keeps it real. So they're switching back and forth between Cynthia and Mike, Candy and Don Juan, and Ralph and Drew.
everybody outside, and that's where Bolo is waiting in the glass.
Bolo is fine, baby, and I would have fucked him and kept fucking him. I don't give a fuck. I would have wear protection though, because I don't know that nigga. I would have been safe about it though. I wouldn't have been no fool, fucking him raw. Hell no. He would have had to wrap. He would have had to wrap himself up. I wouldn't have been in nobody's scandal. But I would own it. I'd be like, yeah, I fucked him. Your point? That's a problem with Portia. That's another problem with Portia. She don't like to admit when she does shit. It's like, yeah, you don't really owe Kenya an explanation, but at the same time, you. Portia was in heat because she wanted to fuck him that night, and that's what she got to do. She wanted him, so she got him.
We talking about the well down, or how did you know? So he just did like a windshield wiper thing and just like, you know what I mean? So he was turning it on and off himself, or was somebody the hand control somebody? No, he did it all himself. Okay. Like it was like him. Okay.
So he pulled the peen out and was like this. Girl, there has to be more tea to that, but I don't think Cynthia did anything out of character.
Because the thing, babe, was like from here to here.
Oh, Ralph feels some type of way, bitch. She looking at her like, bitch, I will slap the fuck out of you. Don't disrespect me on camera. I will beat your ass. That's the look he gave her. I'm not about to play with Mike. I'm not about to play with Mike. Mike is a mess, but him and Cynthia are amazing together. I'm done. But the way Cynthia is, I don't believe that she would do something disrespectful or anything and not tell him about it. Like, I don't believe she would embarrass him like that.
A lot of them get very frisky. It was all kind of wilding out stuff. I don't even want to put nobody on blast, but it was a lot happening. It was crazy. Like the stripper was there.
He's looking at her like, bitch, keep fucking playing. I will beat your ass.
I was one of them. Wait, he flipped you over? Yeah, he flipped me over.
And did what?
He flipped me over, and I was like, he was just there. I think he may have smacked it a few times.
That is disrespectful. You as a married woman, you don't do stuff like that. I know me and my bachelorette party, when I get married to my significant other, I'm not going to be doing stuff like that. I won't mind if a stripper dances on me or whatever. That's different. But I'm not about to be dancing on those strippers, backing that thing up, doing all that. No, I'm not doing that. Period. I ain't doing that. And they are spilling tea to their husbands. Apart from Don Juan, but they're spilling tea to everybody. I'm screaming. But when Kenya does it, it's a problem. That's why I feel like it's bullshit. Yeah, it's me.
Sexual noises coming from the hallway.
Who's on this hallway?
My room was on the hallway, and Portia's room was on the hallway. So then Kenya goes, well, it wasn't Candy's room, and it was coming from that side of the house. So then, I don't know why Kenya did this to herself. I spent the night in this girl's room.
Meaning y'all fucked. And y'all fucked Bolo.
Why did you do that? Why did she do that?
She put herself in that.
Do you believe there was Portia or Kenya behind this noises?
Mm-hmm.
I believe it is.
So Candy basically saying, yeah, I believe it was them, but I'm not going to put their business out there. I'm not going to spill their tea. Mm-hmm.
Let's just say, I wouldn't say that Kenya was lying.
Kenya wasn't lying. That's basically what you're saying.
At the office. The driver calling me saying, hey, we procured the car service to take Bolo. We had the hotel that he was supposed to go to, but he didn't leave until like 7:30 that morning. And I'm like, hold on, what? So Bolo might have got him some old social justice snatch.
Not social justice snatch. I'm screaming.
Bolo knows. Portia for real.
That you give me now. You give me all the details. I still don't know the details of Tampa.
You're stuttering. Bitch, you were fucking somebody on the side and you don't want to tell her that. How is it stupid? Girl, you at this point you should have got him together and you should have read him his rights. If my husband would have talked to me like that, talking about it's stupid, what I want to know is stupid, but you left for 3 days or however many days that nigga left her, hell no. I would not be going for that. I can't take their marriage seriously because they cannot be like this in real life. No way. I don't believe it. Mm-mm. It's complete foolishness. I don't believe it. And he trying to turn it around on her. I mean, yeah, I feel like what she did was completely disrespectful. She completely disrespected her vows and all that she took when she married him. No, that's disrespectful at the end of the day. No. You don't say that to your husband. And your husband is fucking other bitches while you're sitting up here throwing stones at other people. Girl, he was fucking other bitches. That's what he was doing in Tampa.
You know what? I got 2 minutes. I got a meeting. I bet you. So, you doesn't hear about my short? I mean, tell me more later, but I got to run to this meeting. Well, that was basically it.
I don't believe that shit. She lying. Hey. I need to figure out the song.
I'm excited.
I am living for Kenya's natural hair. Yes! You better do it! Oh, I love her so much.
The publication that celebrates women and women of color. They've chosen me to be their newest cover model. Yes, give me hair. They see me as someone who is taking care of my daughter and also taking care of business. Can you more hair care?
You are. You're handling your business, and I'm proud of you. You've came a long way. Kenya looking at her like, bitch, I'm about to get you together, but hey.
I'll see you. And it has plates. Yeah. Lord. After I just lost 4 pounds, you gotta see. You have to gain 10 more. No, I don't want 10 more pounds. No. Let's just take a little break, guys. I was just really disappointed with LaToya after the final.
Yeah, I didn't like how she threw her under the bus. That was
put her on ice.
That was bullshit. I don't like how she threw her under the bus. I don't like that shit. You look amazing, bitch.
I feel like it was all the stress from that trip. Yo, that was some crazy shit. Take your mask off, sit over there. Yeah. So we're eating cake. But I really would like to just smash this cake in your face right now.
I don't blame you.
In a good way. First of all, LaToya, the craziness of the dinner that night and you attacking me. So I'm confused. I was upset with you, Kenya. Upset with me? Why? Because the way you were trying to investigate what happened, I felt like, what is my girl trying to do right now? Like, some of these women are married. Some of them are fiancés. Some of them have men. Yes. But you were trying to put everybody on blast. And I was under the impression that they put themselves on blast.
She's right. I understand where you're coming from, LaToya, but Kenya's right. They put themselves out there like that.
But when you sat at that table and decided that you were going to let being pussy whipped by people affect how we operate, now I have a problem. And even when they were at the table the night before, making me feel like because I'm taking care of my daughter. Oh, yeah. You know,
they were.
Like Portia.
Yeah.
I've never been without my child one day in my whole life. You go ahead and give them the little side story. And
fuck you, Portia. I can't stand this bitch, I swear.
You know what I'm going through with my husband. You know what I go through with Brooklyn. You know I don't have help. I'm losing it. Yeah. And you were one of my only friends sitting and watching this girl try to humiliate me. And then the next night, I'm watching y'all being touchy-feely. And next thing you know, it's going down. It hurt my feelings on many levels. Because I have told everybody I have a crush on you. I did. I'm not trying to be fake.
I knew it.
You're cute. You realize it?
I knew it because the way they were getting close and everything. Yes, I knew she fell for it. She wanted it. I knew it. I could see it.
A flirtatious, real woman out
Yeah, but Kenya feeling you though. You could tell by the episodes how close they were getting.
I just felt like this closeness to you.
Yeah.
It just left me feeling like you're just here for whoever's going to show you attention. And that is not loyalty. I understand where you're coming from, but at the same time, I was having fun in the dungeon, no matter who it was, right? And I did have fun with your enemy. Do we call it? Or she's not an enemy. She wants to be me. She ain't my enemy.
Ooh.
Okay, but you guys have issues. Yeah, look at how she treated me the entire time. Exactly. And I wasn't there for you, and I am so sorry about that. I appreciate that. Because to me, that's showing me that you actually do care about me. People can make mistakes. Right. With me and you, I just wanted to be honest. Okay. Obviously, I have seen and heard a lot. Basically, that there was a threesome, you, Tanya, Portia. What? I what? Kissing, cunnilingus, all of that. They think that I'm this.
Oh, this.
Listen, I could be freaky, but I did not go down on no Portia. Okay.
I need more clarification. I need to find out what's the tea.
Yes, Portia and I had a little thing. We did kiss.
Y'all did more than that shit, bitch.
I did straddle her. She did come on me.
Yes.
Come on you. I know. I was drunk.
Oh, Kenya is pressed boots, honey.
I'm like, I gotta go to bed. And they weren't trying to get you into the champagne room. No. I was in bed by then. This is coming from a person who consistently has called out other people for a whole behavior.
She's right. I'm glad that they showed that because she has. You've been sitting up here disrespecting Kenya for so long at this point, calling her a hoe, and but when she gives you the same energy, it's a problem.
Anyways, Tanya did admit that she was in Portia's room. Oh no, that's why, you know what?
Ooh.
Listen, she placed herself at the scene of the crime. Okay? And now, bitch, thank you. Because now you have confirmed that it was you and Portia getting your brain out with the stripper, right, with your girl that you say is your friend, and now we know she's more than just your friend. Yeah. She's your friend.
I said the same thing.
Okay. She's that type of friend.
She is.
Coming up.
I agree.
What happens at a lady's bachelorette party needs to stay at the lady's bachelorette party.
Not when y'all are filming. Y'all have cameras all around the house. Sorry. Sorry. Y'all made yourself look stupid and ridiculous, if you ask me. Because y'all are the ones that set up there and was being whatever. So that's on y'all. Y'all put yourself out there. She's not wrong for bringing it to the light. Because if it was her, y'all would do the same thing. I don't know. Portia and Drew, I don't know if they're just talking and getting to know each other because there are issues with Kenya or if it's genuine. But I mean, it's a possibility. But at the same time, I ain't with the bullshit at all. But Portia looks amazing with the hair, though. That's one thing I will give her.
And then you can put some margarine on it. But which one, Parkay? I've never used Parkay. You are lying. I've never. I use Blue Ribbon. Okay. Try the Parkay one though. Here, you can try it today. Drew lives like 8 minutes from me. Ooh, this big old thing I can't even see. Hold on, let me get the butter. It's pretty though. I just love Drew. I love the way that Drew communicates. I love how Drew.
She's rubbing me the wrong fucking way though.
But I just also love the way she checks the bullshit in people as well. Thank you for this muffin, Lord, for the filling of my body and my stomach, Jesus. Hallelujah. Extra pounds. It's gonna put on me. Don't worry about it. Say they there. You need this damn much. I do. Girl, how are you since everything? Listen, I needed you on that trip. I needed fun girls on the trip. I did not need people, acting all like, but then on the other side, they freak a leak. So I had a good time with you. We turned.
Bitch, all she did was spread her legs open, and she was drunk, and she was loose and everything. I mean, she wasn't fucking nobody. You can't say that. So it's hypocritical.
But Kenya was pressing this investigation. I'm like, okay, you trying to come for me? I had to shut that down.
Bitch, you didn't try to come for you. She asked a question. Now you're trying to turn the narrative around like she was trying to come for you when it's the reality of it. She's asking questions, and you didn't even give her time to even ask the questions. You just came at her and was doing the most. Like you're really reaching.
So why you gotta add to it now? Now you just done made it something else. I just didn't appreciate Kenya indirectly trying to pin it on somebody. Right. You know, and indirectly coming your way.
Bitch, it's not your issue. Kenya and Portia's issue have nothing to do with you. Mind your business. Stay in your place.
Go ahead and be direct, because I'm not feeling these assumptions, right, and these innuendos. Well, I didn't take it as an innuendo. I took it as her being a punk ass bitch. Kenya is straight up on a campaign to destroy me, but I think I'm playing this just right.
Okay, you're woe is me.
Like her vagina.
You're a victim. Okay, Portia, whatever. Whatever. Bitch, please. Y'all are not friends. She doesn't owe you no type of loyalty, no type of trust. Y'all were coming for her that whole trip. She don't owe y'all nothing at this point. And I think that's really sad, the fact that she got a lot of her nigga about where she at. I think that's real sad, and they got real problems they need to address. Because ain't no way in the hell my nigga gonna be calling me, asking me where I'm at, and I have to lie. Mm-mm. Ain't no way in the world my nigga gonna call me and I'm lying to him about where I'm at. No, I'm gonna tell him, baby, oh, I'm having drinks, with a friend, with Portia, whoever. If I was in that scenario, I'm not gonna sit here and lie to him and pretend like I'm not out and about somewhere.
He definitely felt some type of way, and he was like, "Well, I was like, I don't know what you was doing in Tampa." In your heart of hearts, do you think in Tampa that? I don't know. It's like
girl, he was fucking somebody. How you don't know this?
His faithfulness in the relationship, but I do feel like it does come to a point where we have to transition into me also getting what I need in a relationship, because it's going to make me crazy.
First of all, it's not just about what you want in a relationship. It's about what both of you want, and you're both supposed to compromise. I have never been married, and I know that. I'm about to be 24 years old, and I know that. You're both supposed to compromise. You're both supposed to be on the same page. Yeah, sometimes you're going to disagree about certain things, but at the end of the day, y'all come together to have conversations about that and to be on the same page and be on one accord. What are you talking about?
Me recognizing what part I played. Because part of when you get back with somebody after they've cheated, you want them to always feel like they're in the doghouse. You want them to always feel like they're wrong. He was in a humble position because he had to get back. You know what I'm saying? He had to be outside, and it just wasn't deserved at that point. The fact that I still love Dennis, and Dennis still loves me.
I'm so over you and Dennis's relationship. Y'all are fucking ridiculous. I don't have time for y'all. Fuck that shit. Because if a nigga cheat on me, he's showing me that he don't love me. I feel like people who love people don't cheat on each other. And the fact that this nigga calling her again and she don't want to tell him where she's at, it's a no for me.
Coming up next, Mark was talking about how he just wanted us,
And I'm about to read Mark for Phil in this episode because he is trifling as fuck and he's out here playing these games. And if I was her, I would not have time for that shit at all. That nigga ain't shit. And I'm curious about what next episode is going to be. I just love seeing Candy being a mom. Blaze is getting so big, and Ace is so intelligent and well spoken. And Blaze is just giving her the side eye like, "Mama, who you trying to fool? You ain't fooling me, Mama." Ace is so cute, and he's getting so big. In my opinion, Ace looks like Todd, definitely, but he has some of Candy's features as well. Blaze looking like, look.
You want Mommy to help you? Yeah.
PJ is so cute, but she does look just like Dennis. In my opinion, I don't see no parts of Portia in her. She looks just like Dennis, if you ask me. She got his nose, his whole face, all that. She's so cute. Oh God, y'all, Marlo is shady. I mean, Mallory is shady. Noelle is always getting Cynthia together. I'm screaming. I'm screaming. And producers are shady for zooming in her feet being ashy like that. And so we're getting to the wow. This is the first time my review has been this long because I ranted. I love what Portia. I mean, not Portia. I love what Kenya is wearing. Kenya, girl, where is your mask at? The pandemic is not something you should be playing with. Where is your mask at, honey?
Thank you.
So how's the great Kenya Moore?
You know what? I think I'm doing a little better.
Yeah?
Yeah, some crazy things that's been going on, but we'll get to that.
Okay, so you got news for me and I got news for you.
Yeah.
You go first.
Well, it was really weird because I was asking Mark recently about, service because I wanted to tell him that we hadn't already processed server.
So you read the custody petition. Do you have any questions?
I don't have any questions about either, and I'm going to sign it and I'm going to send it to you because I'm not going to live like this. He's unreasonable for no reason. I didn't want him to be blindsided, so I texted him and I just said I drafted an email earlier today regarding the custody settlement. Would you like me to send it now or later today? And he goes tomorrow. Because right now we haven't discussed anything about where our relationship is going. We have been apart, but at the same time, the issue with Brooklyn is immediate. Then he started sending me songs.
Like love songs?
Yes.
Now that lawyer is shady for laughing at her. He's shady for laughing at her like that. Because that's not funny. And Mark is petty for sending her songs talking about he missed her and all that just to serve her with a divorce. No, that's not okay. That's not acceptable. Mark, you are a bitch ass nigga for that. And the fact that you don't even want to have a conversation about co-parenting and all that when you have a whole daughter with her just to spite Kenya. Fuck you, Mark. You're a bitch ass nigga, and I can't rock with you. As fine as you are a shitty person. And the way you are, and the way you treat Kenya is wrong. I don't give a fuck. Period. She don't deserve this. Nobody deserves to be treated the way she's been treated by you, regardless.
How and why did we have to come to this?
You just told me that he poured out his heart and soul, and then he pulls a stunt. Yesterday, I received this from Mr. Daly.
He filed for divorce
He filed for
in New York?
And I know that's embarrassing to find that out on camera. I know she was upset crying in the car.
No, he's not.
Hell no. I would have been pissed off about that.
I received this from Mr. Daly.
Mark is petty as fuck for that.
He filed for divorce
He filed for
in New
divorce.
York?
And he's asking for alimony from you.
No,
He's being a hypocrite after he just said he would give her everything. See, he being petty. He's being petty. He knows she's filming. He knows she has stuff going on. He just wants to embarrass her publicly.
That's what the maintenance is alimony?
The maintenance is alimony.
Why on earth would he sit here and ask me for alimony? This man told the world that he doesn't want anything.
I told her that. She can have everything. Just take it all.
I had the same
You can
attitude.
take everything. I don't care. I build it from scratch. I'll do it again.
I can't even
Wow.
make